Hey, it's Marina, travel experta, and today I want to talk about Sandos all-inclusive resorts. Are you guys ready for an adventure? Let's begin. Me and my husband took a mini romantic getaway for my birthday, and I wanted to do an all-inclusive resort. Last time I've been to an all-inclusive resort was over 30 some years ago, and I was ready to do it again, but on a small scale because I know that me and him are not really into it that much. So we had about 3 days. And since we live in Guatemala, the mecca of all meccas of all-inclusive hotels is Cancun, Mexico. So I started to do my search. First and foremost, you can find any kind of all inclusive you can possibly imagine. We are talking adult only, family friendly, nudists, singles. I mean, it never ends, right? So after a lot of searching, we came up with Sandos Cancun all-inclusive resort. It is located on the hotel zone part of Cancun. And the reason why it's called the hotel zone, it is literally this island, this strip that is surrounded by both the Caribbean Sea on one side and the laguna on the lagoon on the other side. So no matter where you will be staying in any room in any of the hotels, and there are hundreds of them. The entire strip is literally hotels only. It was built for 100% just hotels. Anyways, you could see either the lagoon or the Caribbean Sea, or if you have a really good room, both from regardless which room you will be in, no matter which hotel you will be in. So we ended up with Sandos Cancun for several reasons. I was looking for different deals. I have an entire podcast about finding the best deal for finding an all inclusive. So make sure to check that one out. So basically, what does Sandos have? Sandos is this huge hotel. It's about 8 floors high, and it surrounds these beautiful pools, and they have several restaurants right on the Caribbean Sea. They are located on the Caribbean Sea, like directly on it, so you can go off, and they have an entire area on the Caribbean Sea with places with lounge chairs and beds, and there's always a lifeguard there. The pool, they have some action. I have to admit, it was definitely not hotel. I thought that all inclusives had a lot more entertainment and a lot more activities offered, even if it isn't family and kid oriented. It wasn't that much. Maybe a couple of hours a day. They had some fun action at the pool from like 3 to 5 p.m. But overall, it was just drink, 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 drink. And me and my husband don't do the drink, 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 drink and roast in the sun. So we were kind of hoping a little bit more stuff. But I mean, there was other things that we were doing, right? We ended up doing a wave runner excursion. Make sure to check that podcast out because I have an entire podcast about that alone. So basically, there are several restaurants. This hotel had like 5 or 6 restaurants. Several of them are only open for dinner and not even every day. So you do need to make reservations. They are a la carte, meaning that you order from the menu, but you can pretty much order everything from the menu. That is the cool thing about all inclusives. Everything is included other than some excursions and maybe some really expensive wines, but the overall premium alcohols, good food, and you do have an array of choices. You could have Asian, you could have just regular, American fare, pizzas, Italian. They call it French. I don't know how much French really was there, but there are different restaurants that you could go to, and there's always one that has a full buffet, regardless of when you go, morning, noon, or night. The evening ones are mainly the a la carte ones, right? So, and they also have this beautiful gym. They do have a spa. That's another thing that is not included is the spa part of it, like the massages, facials, but you are able to use the gym. And the gym was fantastic. So me and my husband we were there for 2.5 days and so we went 3 times to the gym. And that was a pretty cool activity for us to do. The coolest thing for us was, the fact that we could go to any of these restaurants. Um, and just enjoy that freedom of not worrying, what to buy. And also, I personally love the experimenting. But after a few days, for us, that was more than enough, especially because of the lack of activities. Like there was no real show. There was maybe some stuff in like a bar, like they would have like karaoke night, but it's mainly like promoting to let's just get drunk even more, something that we aren't really into doing. And maybe people do, and I have no judgments on that, but that's definitely not our thing. I mean, if we even had one or two drinks through the entire day, that was a lot for us. But that's not the point. The point is it was fun to enjoy there as well. Right. And the coolest thing for us was the rooms. The rooms are really, really beautiful. They're really spacious, right? And we just had the regular room, and all rooms come with either double beds because it is for families. It's not family oriented. There is definitely nothing there that your kids are going to enjoy other than the pool. And after a while, it gets pretty boring. There are no activities for kids. So this is definitely not a family oriented one. And interestingly enough, it popped up under the adult only category. It's not adult only because you can bring kids, but I can see why, simply because there's really nothing for the kids to do. Um, what really was fun for us was that we wanted a king size bed. We didn't get a king size bed. We got a super king. I don't know if any of you have ever been on a super king, but they are ridiculously huge. Like literally, if we came with our sons, everybody could have fit on there, and we still would have space. So that was kind of cool, kind of cool just to hang out and be in bathrobes and enjoy room service. So you do get room service 24 hours a day. There is no alcohol in the room service. You have to go to one of the bars, and you could bring up alcohol. You could get it to go, whatever you want. So that was really fun. It was a mini getaway. And in that respect, it was fun. If I was to do a longer time at an all-inclusive, and if I was to bring my sons, I would definitely be looking for like serious activities, entertainment, and a lot more than just hanging by a pool, because we don't really do that. You know, yeah, I would definitely, in that respect, I would definitely do that. Otherwise, it's a beautiful hotel. It was exactly what we wanted for the 2.5 days. But if we were to go longer, I would not recommend to be there longer. There's just not enough activities to do. All right, guys, if you want more information about inclusives, you could always contact me at travelexperta.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review and share it with your friends. And remember to make every day an adventure.